Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You got your boys here, Lanny and Bert, the Dividend Diplomats. Lanny, are these the last three stocks to buy right now in this overpriced market? Let's see if these are three stocks to buy right now to grow your passive income stream.
Smash that subscribe button. Give us a nice thumbs up, guys. The last three stocks to buy for passive income right now. Three stocks on this list that have had terrible 2025 performances, terrible one-year performances. Is it the last time period to buy these stocks before they pop with the rest of the stock market? That's the damn question.
Yeah, because look, it's what a tale of 3 months it's been here, Lanny. The S&P 500 over 6,100 again, almost at 6,200. The Dow
New highs, right?
Dow record high. NASDAQ record high. Bitcoin at the time of this video, around 108,000 when we're filming. So everything is on fire. The tax bill's about to pass. Interest rates might be coming down. There's a lot of noise going on that has sent the market spiraling, which has made finding undervalued stocks extremely difficult.
It's true. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at three companies here. We're going to look at three stocks that are still showing signs of undervaluation. There aren't many, Lanny, but these three companies each show those signs of undervaluation. You want to quickly hit them with the screener and tell them what metric.
We are looking at that price to earnings ratio less than the S&P 500, that dividend payout ratio preferably less than 60%. That sweet spot is 40 to 60, guys. We look at a history of dividend growth. You want that passive income to grow, and you want that combination of a safe payout ratio to keep that growth rate going, guys. You need your income to grow because of exactly inflation, because of everything in the economics, the macroeconomics impacting your purchasing power with your dollars. So you need your income to grow to keep up, or at least to outpace, guys. So we'll look at the dividend yield as well, though, Bert. We've got three stocks, three different industries that are all down over double digits this year, guys. So, and they've actually, some of them have come back a little bit, from where they were, the lows that they've had in 2025, but they still haven't come back yet to where they even previously were.
That's right. Number one is the biggest heel in the dividend investing community. Biggest heel in probably all of it. Yeah, this is true NWO style. Come here. Get the strobe lights. And we're talking United Health, ticker symbol UNH. They dropped to as low as 250, 260.
ECW.
Yeah, that's right. 250, 260. They kind of settled in the low 300s, Lanny. That's where they came back up a little bit, but the stocks just kind of settled here, not at the all-time low or the 52-week low, right around 300. They did just announce a 5% dividend increase, but since they've been flat, they've been down 38% this year, down 37% the last 52 weeks, only up 3% in the last 5 years. There's still potential signs of valuation. So let's kick this off, Lanny. Let's hit them with that first metric, if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind at all, guys. They are trading at $309.11. Again, down still 39% this year, getting crushed. 22.15 is the forward earnings, guys. That equates to a 14 price to earnings ratio. Decent value here in this market.
Yeah, their dividend is $8.84. That gives a payout ratio of 39.91%.
Wow. So safe payout ratio right at the lowest end of our range, which means they have plenty of room to keep growing it. And as Bert indicated, they just did, guys. They've been doing it over 15 years. Wow, this yield, I almost have to rub my eyes. Is that really the true yield at 2.86% for UNH? Wow, how the mighty has fallen and that yield is rising.
Yeah, so I mean, it's clear they've been through some issues. There's going to take some time for the company to rebound. They have some new leadership issues they have to work through. They have some public trust issues they have to work through, but there are signs of undervaluation right now. Yeah, they're not clean. This isn't a clean company right now.
That's it fills it. They need a shower.
Yeah, speaking of clean companies, let's move into company number two, PepsiCo, ticker symbol PEP. They are cleaning up their act too. They're in the boat where they're committing to removing the dyes too, Lanny, just like every other company. Is that enough to save Pepsi? Is removing dyes enough to save Pepsi?
Is removing dyes enough to increase the stock price, to increase earnings? Chances are it might cost them a little because you only put dyes in there if it was cost effective. So
That's right.
very curious. Maybe they finally realize that they could use some sort of fruit extract to use instead of dyes, guys. But what has happened with Pepsi? They're down 14% this year. They're down 20% since last year. They're actually down over the last gosh damn 5 years, guys, for
Yeah.
Pepsi. But what has Pepsi done in the meantime? Mergers, acquisitions, increased dividends, became a dividend king in the last 5 fucking years,
Yeah.
guys. Yes, I blinked myself out for the kids. And they just acquired Boppy. So, guys, they've got
Happy.
big moves being made for this big beverage and snack company. People are talking about snip snap, splitting up the company from the snacks and all that. But guess what? Pepsi says, gosh damn it, we need to keep our international presence strong.
Yeah. So let's see how they stack up here through the metrics here. Price 130, 104. They're finally above 130 again, but still love them at this price.
If you didn't catch that video where I was talking about 5 stocks I would buy at these prices, it was Pepsi. It was below 130. I said 130. It was below 129. It was actually in the 128. So right then and there, you're already up over $3 on that Pepsi price.
There you go. That EPS is 788. That gives you a price earnings ratio of only 16.63. So well below the S&P 500.
Very low for this dividend king, guys. Paying $5.69 in annual dividends, guys, spread over 4 quarters. That's a 72.21% dividend payout ratio. Again, they're starting to look like Coca-Cola now, a little bit over that 60% threshold.
5-year dividend growth rate, 7.1%. And as you said, they are a dividend king with that 52 years of increasing that divvy, baby.
That is damn right. Yield is still over 4%, still over 4.25%, still over 4.3% at 4.34%, 180 billion in market cap. That's Pepsi, 17 PE, 72% payout ratio, 7% dividend growth rate with the yield that's well over 4%.
Dividend stock number 3, FedEx, ticker symbol FDX. What a bad week it was for FedEx, who is now down 18.6% in 2025. They are down 23% over the last 52 weeks. So what happened here, Lanny?
UPS is like, let me watch this, hold my beer.
Yeah, they're like, thank God it's not just us anymore. FedEx, although they did announce a 5.1% dividend increase, there was some good in there. That was about it. Demand concerns, lower margins from higher costs, higher fuel costs, higher people costs. They lowered their guidance as a result of it. So people are starting to get a little less rosy on FedEx and UPS as a result. They did announce, Lanny, a savings plan for 2025, a $1 billion savings plan that just magically popped up at the time where guidance isn't doing well. I feel like every company, every time there's a bad guidance, a new savings plan magically pops up.
Well, time to get lean and mean, but they got to figure out the top line as well.
Yeah, but they should be lean and mean the entire time, not just waiting for that bad guidance.
Yeah, people get a little lazy, just watch the office space. But what has that done to the dividend stock metrics, guys? Because this stock is down 19% this year. It's down 23% since last year, last July. $228.91. Forward earnings is just under $19 a share. Man, a 12 PE for FedEx. Holy crap.
Yep, $5.80 dividend payout ratio is only 30%.
So you can even cut earnings in half, and you're still at 60%. Just right around there, guys.
Yeah, they did just announce. Oh yeah, so they did just announce that 5% dividend increase. So it is below that 5-year dividend growth rate of 16.45%. But that's more of a product of this dividend streak. They've only increased it for 4 years because they paused during the COVID era. They didn't increase. So that 5-year dividend growth rate will catch up of all those years they paused, which is really weighing it up. But now it's probably closer to that 5% mark.
Wow. How about that, guys? So that is FedEx, 2.5% yield, 16% plus average dividend growth rate, albeit it's low right now. 12 PE, 31% payout ratio.
Yeah.
We're going to put them all up here on the screen, guys. Could these be the last 3 discounted stocks to buy right now to generate and juice up some passive income for the future, guys?
Yeah, all 3 are values. I've said I'm buying Pepsi around $1.30, 130. So I've been grabbing, I've been nibbling, I've been doing all that. UNH is a little interesting. I'm not going to lie. Now it's kind of flattened out and the floor is not falling. It's not at a terrible price point. You see where the floor is for the company now that the dust is settled. FedEx, I'm not going to lie, Laney, is actually pretty interesting at these metrics. These are some very interesting points of metrics for them. And it might be worth me looking at consolidating other positions and making a massive FedEx position. Do I feel better about FedEx than I do some of those other little, you know what, companies for there? So all three are great. All three are values. I guess the question is, do you all think they're values?
Yeah, what stock are you buying out of these three? Are you buying all three of this trifecta? Let us know in those comments, guys. Let us know what else you're buying here in 2025, or even right now heading into heading right now. We're in July, guys. So you got to let us know what you're buying in the second half of the year.
If you haven't already, everyone, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And remember, you're either with us or you're against us, Jack.
That was Bird and Lanny from the DD over and out.